Well, today we're doing the tandem pump rebuild gasket replacement. So I've currently got the bonnet open, hooked up with this. I don't know if you guys can see properly because the thing's strapped to my head. It looks kind of weird for the people outside, but sure, what can we do? All right, so we'll start by removing the MAF sensor. Yeah, I'd say that's a good place to start. Let's get it done. There we are. Got that off. We can just swing this out of the way. Now we have access to the tandem pump. Should be that. Yep, there we are. So I'm going to start by loosening all the bolts here before I remove all the pipes. And of course it's stubborn. There we are. So next, this pipe at the back needs to come off, as it did. Cool. Ah, man, just to be safe. Got that one there. Alright, so it was just 4 bolts there. Not too bad. Okay, so we've got fuel leaking down below, which is never good, but we'll clean that off after. Now it's just to disconnect the pipes that we haven't disconnected yet, which apparently is only this one here. Right, we're leaking a good bit. Cool. That's the tandem pump off. And yeah, lads, I will see you inside. That was a lot quicker than I thought. All right, lads, here's the setup. We've got everything kind of ready here. So in the last video where I'd done something like this before, you guys complained about me using the actual mouse mat. I see you, Uncle Cameron. So I'm using a piece of acrylic sheet, whatever you call it, to protect the mouse mat. So let's get started. Right, let's go. So this is the one gasket we'll be replacing. For now, I'm just going to set that over here. We'll tackle these 3 bolts. We can lift out the piece here. Oh, lads. Okay, well, there we are. Oh no, it slipped. It bent so bad it slipped. Lads, I don't even think these are properly hardened bits. These are T20, so let's hope it comes out with this one instantly. Let's test this one. Yeah. Oh, what a bolt, man. Look at this, lads. Unfortunately. Okay, cool. This plate comes off. Now you have to kind of be careful. Well, this can just lift out actually. Okay, lads, we're up to these 3 Torx screws, the bigger ones here. They seem to be going okay. I probably just jinxed it, but yeah. So we're removing these 3 right here. Just mind this don't think it will pop out, but just be careful. Luckily not. So we've got this part. We will clean that properly. before we head on to that, I actually want to get on to this here. We're gonna have a Torx 20, which is not that. I think it's this one right here. Nope, it's not. Where's my Torx 20? I had a proper, yeah. I just threw that one down, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Torx 20 should be here somewhere. Is that the same one I've been taking and throwing it down? I think. That's the Torx 20 there. And actually, before all of that is off, I probably take this off as well, because we do have a new seal for that. Bigger, obviously. Alright lads, so I threw this down in the vise and it finally popped off after a good bit of strength going. It sounded almost like a gunshot coming loose, but we finally got that off. Okay lads, so as you can see, this filter is fairly packed up. Oh yeah, that works. Time to replace that seal. Actually, might as well do that while we're here. So the new seal we're gonna need is this green one right here. So let's see which way it goes. Goes on that way, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, what size would this be now? Actually, I think it's this. Yep, there we are. And guys, when you're doing seals like this, go on a star pattern one. Okay, cool. So now we can throw the seal. Where is that seal? There we are. You can throw the seal back on. Note which way the seal was. So round edge towards the screw, flat edge towards the bottom. The bolt, screw, whatever. Ow! We can continue on now. We can put this piece aside and we'll move on to this right here. So what you're gonna want to do is, that is quite cool, interesting. So you're gonna pull this piece out right here, clean this off obviously. So I'm gonna start with that. Carefully, of course. There we are. Throw the green seal on. Now we can throw on the new seal. Now that we've got that seal in, we can actually pop the centerpiece right out. You're gonna just push right here on the end. It doesn't need a lot of force, but it does need a little bit. Like almost nothing at all, to be honest with you. Cool, now we've got that out. We'll just set that right over there where it's safe. And we're gonna do this inner seal right here, but obviously clean it off first. There we are. Look at this stubborn little bugger. Alright lads, so when putting this in, you actually want it to sit flush with the lip here. Maybe a small bit lower. Now we have the new seals. Once again, gonna come here, clean off any small bits that might have gotten in there. Cool. So I think the bottom is that side there with the little dimples. Don't think it really matters, to be honest with you, but you're gonna kind of just want to throw that in line to where it would usually sit, where it's probably there, so you don't actually damage anything. Let's drop this one on right here, which I think goes like this. Let's do this without damaging anything. There we are. As you can see, just dropped down nicely. And doesn't have to be insanely tight, just tight. Alright lads, just had dinner. Let's get back to this. So Next, I'm gonna replace the springs on this. So what you want to do, you want to take this and start slowly pushing out this so you can hold the springs with your fingers. There we are, just like that. So I'm gonna put this exactly back the way it was. So there we are. The springs you can pop out. Now we should be able to pop it in just like that. Kind of looks like a rotary. So I've got the, oh no. Okay, no big deal. Found the spring. Okay, cool. We're back in, finally. So, throw this plate on right here. But as you can see, it actually does turn the correct way. Well, it does turn both ways, almost. Well, yeah, it's turning the way which camshaft turns. So I'm happy. I'm happy. Now, we can throw this little plate on, which is accommodated by this little one right here. Right, lads, it's sealed up. I'm gonna throw it in the car. Alright, lads, let's quickly throw this on and hope this pump works. So to make my life easier, I'm gonna throw on the bottom pipe, bottom fuel pipe here. There we are, nicely done. Now we can actually throw this on, but we'll try and just line it up there. Oh yeah, lads. You see, that's exactly what I was scared of happening, to be honest with you. Because that's just absolutely lovely, isn't it? Ah, lovely. Yeah. Nathan wears a hat. Ryan wears another hat. Ah. Good stuff. And I think it's working. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna say that's tight enough, Ryan. What do you say? So injectors are back. Screws are back, right? All the rubber hoses are back.
Hopefully.
Well, do we have any extra screws here?
I like to call them the essential extras.
The essential extras. Don't look at me like it's my fault. Bro gave me the side eye. Okay, Ren. I'm gonna quickly go grab the keys. Let's prime it around 5 times. Let's try and start it. Ryan, can I start? Can I start? Oh, that is negative.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I hope. Same.
Ja, men så bygger upp det.
Helt mal omprøve. Lads, we finally... Alright lads, so we installed it. We had a decent bit of a leak down right on this edge right here. That is because the gasket that actually came with the kit wasn't exactly the same. So I just threw the old gasket back in, and yeah, let's see lads. Let's see how she starts. So it's already warmed up. This was a problem. When it got warm and I turned it off, it wouldn't actually start again properly without doing 2-3 cranks, and looks like it works. Good stuff, lads. It works. Go check out RNSX channel there for being the mechanic too. So there we are, lads. Like I said, the Golf is gonna stay in the family for a while longer since the Insignia broke off its camshaft gear. Ryan, for interest's sake, give us a bit of a rev. Yeah. Oh lad, she sounds mighty, but yeah. So the Insignia will be the next project, and then after the Insignia we're gonna replace the clutch on that Peugeot, the 1.6 HDI, and we'll weld in a new Silfret on the other side since another car hit it in a hit and run situation. So lads, if a man built it, we can fix it. Let's go. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next episode of how to brake and yeah, whatever. All right, lads, we'll see you soon. Enjoy. Bye.